Hello there from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It is the official launch day of Valhalla and we are here to brave the adventure. And we've gone retro today. We've got Pleasure Beach Experience t-shirts on just because we don't mind getting them a little bit soaked, and we've still not got any merch for our new logo. So we're getting round to that, but here we are, Blackpool Pleasure Beach for the launch of Valhalla. Looking forward to it, looking forward to seeing Valhalla in its best new form.
The grand reopening of the reimagined Valhalla. I think this should be a really exciting day for all of you who are going to get drenched. Please know that you're going to get absolutely soaking wet. I've got a few thank yous to say though first. I'd like to thank all the team that have worked on this reimagining, because it's been a long, hard, actually an extremely long, hard process. I can honestly say that no one imagined ever that it would take this long to get this ride reopened. So I can honestly, to all of you that have been moaning, it's here. To all of you that haven't been moaning and have been supporting me, thank you all very much for your support always, actually. But it has been difficult getting this ride where it is today, and I sincerely hope that you all have a fantastic time. Where's Adam Slavin? Oh, he's in the station. But I think that you will all agree with me when you've ridden this ride that Adam Slavin has done a tremendous job with his team to reimagine it and get it to where it is today. I think it's brought Valhalla back from the area that you go when you get to Valhalla. I don't know where it is, but anyway, wherever you go on your journey in Valhalla, I think you'll have an amazing time today, because truly this is a tremendous accolade to everyone at Pleasure Beach and to everybody that's worked on this ride, and to Adam Slavin and his amazing design and engineering and everything else that he's been doing here. It's been a long, hard slog, but we've got here. Have fun, everyone. And I hope you've all got spare clothes.
Here we go then, reimagined Valhalla. It's fully scored.
Inside the boat at all times and remain.
I don't know how much the GoPro pick up, because GoPros are traditionally not great in the dark. However, before we go inside, I want to say thank you to Pleasure Beach for at least allowing us the opportunity to do this. I can't promise there won't be any swearing.
When fear leads the way, the destination is never glorious. If you desire a place in this world, arise! Afterlife will be surprising. go on alone as I take
it is a lot better than it was 3 or 4 weeks ago. Oh my god, it's wet. Still wet. We've been on Valhalla twice. Go on then, Mike, give us some wisdom. How was it?
It was so much better than it has been.
Yeah.
It's there. I think we are on our first run through.
It's proper Valhalla now.
One effect not there.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it was the final fire effect.
Yeah,
but everything else.
But the thing is, by the time we got to that point, everything else, or what we assume, everything else was working. So it was absolutely brilliant on that first run through that we did.
And the second run through.
Yeah, we got fire effects. We got lighting effects. We got literally everything, like the smoke, everything that should be working was working. And from where it was like 4 or 5 weeks ago when I first stood here and did it when it's first reopened for its tech rehearsals, and then a few days later, it is significantly better. I mean, I think in our group chats we were on about, we'll probably do it once more and then maybe never do it again. Yeah. And then it was like, actually now I'll probably do it, not every visit because it's too wet. Like Blackpool, come on. I mean, if it was a Universal or something, I'd do it every visit. But you know, you don't often get 30 degrees in Blackpool, so yeah, it was good, really good. I'm going to give Mike the camera and just let him talk away because that's what he's good at.
The last time I rode it was the Saturday. It had just opened for tech rehearsals, and it wasn't all that brilliant, really. There was loads of stuff missing. You know, there was stuff not working. It was too bright. You could see behind the scenes basically, which you don't really want.
In case I forget to mention that, no light leaks, and it made a significant difference to the experience. Anyway, carry on.
So from the point of view of, it's immersive again. It's properly immersive. You see what you need to see and what you're meant to see, and nothing else. So that is the first massive improvement. The second one is, I suspect I probably didn't see a lot of the new tweaks on tech rehearsals. Very hit and miss, but there's so many new bits in it. I mean, the bells just before the just towards the end of the ride. I'll not give too much away, obviously. Don't want to throw too many spoilers out there. But the bells, if they were on, I didn't notice them first time. Fantastic.
The music fits in with the bells, and I know there's been like a lot of different comments on the music, but I really like it, and I think now I'll give a full review in a minute. But the audio, that was close. The audio is significantly better because you can actually hear it, and it adds something to the experience now. Anyway, I'll let you carry on.
So the ice room now has a proper snow machine in it. Real snow, because it's not snow, but if you're on the left-hand side of the boat, you do actually get a bit of a snowdrift coming in, which is really good. The first lift hill looks absolutely amazing, the new stuff they put in it, the projections, the lighting looks great. There's a sort of a projection section on the, obviously the turnaround now goes to forward facing, but just as you meet that, there's a section there that looks really good. There's a new water effect straight after the turnaround. The new water effect straight after the turnaround. You know, there's so much stuff, and I bet I probably haven't seen or I haven't noticed absolutely everything that's in it. And I think that's one of the evolutions of a really in-depth immersive dark ride, is that you can get around it again. And I'll obviously probably not do it again today now, but I'll do it in a couple of weeks or so, I reckon, and I'll notice something different again that I haven't seen. So overall, I've got to say, it is absolutely top notch, and I think the extra year has probably really transformed it into a. It's getting back to being back like the original again. We all love the original Valhalla, and it is, you know, who knows, it might be up for a golden ticket again.
Yeah, just picking up from what Mike was saying then, I think when you consider where it was a couple of weeks ago, it's almost like it's been reimagined. Since the reimagining it, it's just incredible what they've done with it. The fire effects are the most impressive thing. The fact that they had all of them working was just brilliant. It's not something that we've seen on Valhalla in a long time. You would go on Valhalla and you'd probably be lucky if you saw any of the fire effects, whereas today we saw them all over 2 goes. In terms of where it's at, I've said in our group chat many a time, like when we're discussing videos and what we're going to do on the channel, I've said that I'd probably not do Valhalla again after our meet up on the 20th, because I didn't see the value in just getting soaked for no reason. But having done it twice today, it's significantly better, and I will make an effort to do it more often than I probably would have done if it was like today, how it was a couple of weeks ago. So I'm really pleased to see Valhalla in its sort of final form, and I'm just really happy for Blackpool Pleasure Beach that they've probably got what they wanted out of Valhalla, and they've probably got what they wanted out of today as well, because everybody here is smiling, they're happy, sharing their good experiences, and that's a sign of a good ride on a media day. Well done, Blackpool Pleasure Beach. We will talk more about it in a little while. We are absolutely drenched, so we are going to go and get changed, get something to eat, and then we'll conclude on our thoughts from there. Well, we've dried off after 2 rides on Valhalla. We've, I'd say warmed up, but I don't know about that. I'm still a little bit chilly.
Up now, because the sun's come out.
Luckily the sunshine, as Mike would... Luckily the sunshine is out today, so we are going to warm up as the day goes on. I'm still reflecting on what we've experienced this morning, and I've got to say it's night and day better. You know, a lot of people say it's the best water ride in the world, and it's difficult to say because there is so many incredible water rides out there in the world. Things like Chiapas.
I think Chiapas is a very strong contender for it.
Yeah, I do. I think Chiapas is incredible. So it's really difficult to sort of say yes or no, it's not, or yes it is, it's the best ride. It's difficult, but I think everybody that comes to Blackpool Pleasure Beach and experiences Valhalla in its new form now is going to absolutely love it. I really do. I think people are going to be so impressed. It's going to be up there competing for the Golden Ticket Awards again. And from a ride that even a few days ago I would have said I'll probably do it once or twice more, and that'll probably be me for a long time. Now I'm thinking whenever that sun shines out in the summer and I'm here, I'm probably going to give it a go. But just be mindful, it is an absolute soaker.
Picking up from there, that is probably my only real criticism, is that it is still an absolute soaker, and probably, I mean, that's something that really I had hoped would be corrected in the reimagine as it is, but it hasn't. It does get you absolutely drenched, so either buy a poncho or do like we do and bring change of clothes. One of the two. But on the whole, yeah, I think it's such an improvement from like 4 or 5 weeks ago. Everything works. I think one of the things we mentioned earlier on was that, and I said this having come off the ride, but it's properly immersive again. Like, it's either pitch black or effects. There's no, you know, you're not sort of subjected to seeing half the behind the scenes, which I have seen half the behind the scenes. I find it quite interesting, but it does kind of take away from the actual ride experience somewhat. But for today, absolutely top notch. I've got to say, start to finish, the day's been fantastic. So thanks to everyone at Pleasure Beach that's organised that. You know, they've put a lot of time into getting the ride correct. 3.5 years, in fact. You know, COVID threw the spanner in the works there, and all the sort of knock-on effect of that. Also, we've had a nice dinner at Loki's, so the rotisserie chicken is well recommended. It's one of the best bits of theme park food I think I've ever had. So like I say, absolute thanks to Pleasure Beach, and I really hope that it can keep up the reliability long term, because I think that's going to be the proof in the pudding, is if it can do what it's done today all the time, which we'll not really know that until, you know, maybe the end of the season. We might have an idea and beyond there. But yeah, absolutely spot on today. Can't fault it. Great. Can't fault it hardly. Great ride. You know, some nice new bits. Some of the old favourites are still there. The vortex, the flames, the rolling logs are still there. You know, plus plenty of new bits as well. So yeah, come down, have a go.
So wrapping up today's video then, firstly, and probably not the first time I've said it, but I really can't say it enough times, thank you to Blackpool Pleasure Beach for not only the invite today, but also for putting on a brilliant event. It's been something that's got a lot of people together. It's given us all the chance to experience Valhalla in its best form. We've had chances to film on it. Pleasure Beach have filmed people on it. People have had chance to express their views to the local media. So I think it's been a really good occasion, a lot like Icon's Media Day, which was also a great occasion. It's something that Blackpool Pleasure Beach seem to do really well. So yeah, final thoughts on Valhalla. It's not perfect in the like Mike's mentioned, that there is still the issue of wetness and the fact that it is Blackpool. If I could change anything about it, it would be the drainage in the boats. Obviously they've got the vacuum in the station, and when the staff have got chance, they do vacuum the boats out. But of course, the boats are on a continuous circuit, so they can't stop for very long in the station to be fully vacuumed out. So if it's something that Blackpool could sort out over the winter season, that would be excellent. That's probably the only criticism I've got now. Having done it a couple of weeks ago, I had a lot of criticisms because I had a ride round it in almost darkness, and then the second go, I had issues with my phone after going on, which of course is partly my fault for taking it on. But now, having done it a couple more times, I've seen the fire effects, not seen them working like they were today since like the late 2000s or the early 2010s. And also the new stuff in there. I'm not going to spoil it all, it's good. The water vortex works better than it used to. It's just a vast improvement on what it was in 2019 when it closed, and a vast improvement on what it was a couple of weeks ago. So I think overall, top job by Pleasure Beach. Like I say, not perfect, because I would like to see the boat drainage improved, but otherwise, I'm pleased, enjoyed today, and yeah, if you have been holding off to do Valhalla, the time is now. Stop waiting, come and do it, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Also, in terms of capacity, I think it's got 8 boats on the circuit at any time. So the queue does move. There is, like, depending on the boat spacing, there will sometimes be points where you're in the queue where you'll think, oh, the queue's not moving. And then all of a sudden you'll move quite quickly, and then you'll stop again, and so on. Finally, great job, Glenn, and everyone that's helped him with the audio. That's the exterior and the interior of the ride. I absolutely love the new soundtrack. I know a lot of people are indifferent about it, but I think it's because they will have to get used to it. The old soundtrack was iconic to this ride, but this new one will be iconic to Valhalla eventually. But I really like it, and I think it's a lot better now that the ride audio is turned up inside. So yeah, much better. Come and do it, come and have a go, come and get absolutely soaked. Many thanks to Blackpool Pleasure Beach for having us today. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Can we get another video over 200 or 300 likes? It really does help the channel. So if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. We really do appreciate it. Many thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.